Greetings!
Kel, emails, Zix, hello, wee woo, how are we all? I hope we're doing well. Zix, more than okay, completely understandable. You do you, you know? Be your diurnal self, or be the superior nocturnal who watches my streams. I mean, like, I'm not gonna judge, there's only one correct option. I'm not judging! My face is red, hold the fudge on. What is this freaking camera doing? Hey, what's this auto white balance? White balance? Fudging, come in here with a fudging, yeah. Anyway. And Cal as well, hi, how are things? Emails, thank you, appreciate it. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. I finished my internship today. I'm free. I'm a Gordon Freeman, except I'm not except I'm not intelligent. Being diurnal is lame. You're forced to be diurnal because your doggo got sick. Rip. Doggos deserve all the love and support, and it's not cool when your doggo is not healthy. So be a healthy doggo. Nope, don't be a doggo. Be a human that keeps your doggo healthy. Johnny Freeman, exactly. Anyway, so I felt like just playing some WoW tonight, just to relax. You know, I don't want to just like I just finished. Like I got home from work like an hour ago. So I just want to chill, you know, do my own thing, and stream with you guys and just hang out and chat, you know? None of this game playthrough shenanigans stuff. So I want to play WoW. Of course, I'm horrible at making decisions, so there are 3 options. Option 1, I play the new 9.1 content with my main, because 9.1 content. It's released yesterday, though I don't know how laggy it will be because, you know, it released yesterday. Actually, there are 4 options. I lied. Option 2, I continue to level up my mage, which is what I've been doing to try and get them to level 50 and do the BFA content, because I don't know the BFA storyline, because I haven't done it before. So that's option 2. Option 3, I made a druid because I have far too many levels. I have too many characters, and I wanted to make a druid, so I made a druid. So I'm leveling them. That's option 3. And then option 4 is your boy, our orc, who doesn't know how the fudge... He doesn't like combat, and he's scared and he's a wuss. Those are the 4 options. How are we feeling? Urgok Mage? You haven't touched WoW since I did the whole Dream Monster thing. What the fudge was the Dream Monster thing? I've played all the expansions, and I don't even know what you mean by the Dream Monster. Also, hi Kiwi. Wee, how are you? Think you can sneak in here with your very relevant topic? How you doing? Hope you've been doing well. Ugroko Mage. See, that's like... I want to say, like, I don't really care which one. I've given you guys 4 options. You can do whatever. But at the same time, I'm like... I actually do care. But at the same time, I also don't care. Because I feel like I'll be unhappy with whatever decision. Like, there will be no winning for me. I could do a poll. I should do a poll. That's not a could. It's a should. I should. Poll time. We'll have a nice, wonderful poll. And I hope everyone's doing well. Because as I said, this stream's just going to be me mostly chilling, you know? The most recent one, it could attack you in your dreams. They make you do dungeons you can't queue for. Emails, if you just like walk in, if you just walk into the dungeon, you can do it. You don't have to group up. You can literally just walk in them. Like, I still don't know what you mean. The most recent one, they can attack you in your dreams. The most recent one is Shadowlands. There's no attacking in dreams in Shadowlands. You die immediately. Well, emails. Well, sounds to me like somebody just needs to get good, scrub. I mean, I'm doing Legion as my druid to level up. So, like, I don't know. But, I mean, if you get to level 50 first, and then you go back and do the dungeons, then you can one-shot everything. But apart from that, I can't help you, I guess. So we have... and then... you can pick 4 of these options. And they present themselves in a really weird place, and I don't know why they present themselves there, but hey, I'm not the judge of... Why can't I move you? Uh-oh, that's the wrong thing. What the fudge have I done? Whoopsies. Which of these lovely 4 options? Yeah, you can vote for up to 4. So just go with whatever. I mean, again, this stream is mostly just going to be like chilling with you guys. I'm not planning on doing anything like huge and like, I mean, look, I say that. I'm always constantly like just talking to you guys. You know, that's the thing. That's what I like to do. I just like to talk to you guys because I'm lonely inside and have no friends. That sounded really bad and horrible. Vader. Vader, hi. I swear this is not normal. I am a much more, hi, how you doing? Welcome to the mess. How are things? How are you? Thanks for being here. Talking is fun, yes. Your Demon Hunter's on level 41. Right, yeah. So you can speedrun to whatever Kael'thas is in Shadowlands. So you're going to be going for the Venthir Covenant then, emails. If you're lonely, join our VC. Fudge off. I choose to be lonely. It is a choice. I'm so sorry. But yeah, so emails. This is my Demon Hunter. I basically, like, the thing I've always done with leveling the old expansions is I have the N'Zoth creature. Yeah, that's BFA. That's BFA. That's this mage. If I was to do that, right? That's BFA. See, and this is what I mean by I never finished BFA. So I only got like a certain part up to it, and then I stopped and did Shadowlands. So I completely missed all of that, right? So that's probably why I don't really know, which is why I'm playing my mage. But yeah, emails. So what I did with my Demon Hunters, I leveled them through Legion, with Time Walking, Chromie, you know, that thing. And I just didn't do any dungeons until I got to level 50, and then by that time I was out of Chromie time, all the dungeons and leveling was reset to, like, enemies were reset to level 45, and then I went back into the dungeons, and I could basically do all the dungeons on Mythic difficulty quite easily. Raids, however, different story. I could only do those on looking for raid. You're leveling a retail character right now? Nice, it's your first month. Well, welcome. Welcome to World of Warcraft. It's a huge game with way too many things to do. Don't get overwhelmed. I got overwhelmed. It was... oh boy. But it's a fun experience. What are you playing? What class? What race? Where are you leveling? Tell me all about it. Anything for Mr. I wear chains for a shirt in Shadowlands. You forgot about Chromie. So you're telling me you're leveling all through Legion and you didn't do Chromie time? That's gonna cap you out at level 45. You're not even gonna get up to level 50 with those enemies. Undead Warlock. Yo, Warlocks. My main is a Warlock. I love them. Interior's Four Glades. Nice. So you're so you're like just doing the starting area then. Nice. Nice. Well, I hope you're enjoying it. It gets a lot, like, I mean, personally, I love the leveling experience. I'm weird. A lot of people want to get through leveling as quick as possible so they can get onto, like, endgame content. I love leveling. As you can see, all they fudging do is just level characters. That's just what I enjoy, you know? So I've got so many that I've just leveled up. I've leveled through all the expansions except for BFA, which is, I'm still going. So, I've done a lot of leveling. You've only been playing the game for a couple months? No, that's fine, emails. I'm messing around. I understand. It seems like the vote's not gonna get anywhere, so we're just gonna level the mage character and just you know, continue on with BFA stuff. You just remember the cinematic with Rathion and Anduin and how they're raiding that ex-boyfriend enemy? Kiwi, I'd love to say I know what you're talking about. I don't, because I am a Horde player. I don't play Alliance, so I don't know a lot of the Alliance sides and cinematics. I have been meaning to play Alliance, if I'm being completely honest. Like, I've been wanting to play the Alliance story at some point, and do all the expansions as Alliance instead, because I played them all as Horde, and they have slightly different stories. So, you know. Eventually, I'll see the other side of things, but Anduin and Rathion sounds like an Alliance cinematic, and I wouldn't know it. Like the leveling, you played TBC and it took like 20 hours to get to level 18. I didn't play... Oh, you mean you played Classic? Yeah, no, oh my god. The leveling in Classic is so incredibly slow. Retail is good. I mean, it used to be the same for Retail. As I only joined recently, like, November last year, so I'm also pretty new to things. So I've only experienced the quick leveling from 1 to 50. It used to be 1 to 120 at that same leveling speed that you're playing now, or that you were playing in TBC, Vader. Very slow. So imagine that. You're tired, so maybe sleep soon, but feel like catching a stream is celebration. Yes, Zix, enjoy drawing. What are you drawing? Seeing some guy doing the same quest and doing / dance is the peak MMO experience. Oh yeah, just look at that dance. Yes. What the hell? What is this? Is this how the Nightborn dance? Hello? You don't know what I'm drawing here? That's the thing. Nice. You know what I'm actually gonna do? I'm gonna grab my camera. I'm just really quickly. Where's my camera? That's my camera. Is that my camera? That's my camera. I'm just gonna yeet this camera over here so you guys can't see my guild chat, because that's probably private information, you know? Maybe my guild don't want to be on stream. Oh, you played back when Mr. Pendo and Warlords came out, so you remember playing low level? Ah, I see. And you lost your Blizzard account? Yeah, that's a rip. Especially if you put so many hours into it. I don't know how many hours you would have put into, like, Blizzard games, but I feel that. That would have sucked. Maybe Zix, you can draw some of these characters.
Friends,
you never know.
We have endured many hardships, but at
never played WoW? Yeah, because you would have played the... Did you play Warcraft 1, 2, and 3? Or just 3? Nostalgia from the Classic doesn't register. Same. I've played a bit of I've played a bit of TBC with Paraconan. As you guys know, I did a stream with her a while back, and I've played a few other times as well. It's very slow, and it's a very, very different experience. Not to say I don't like it. It's different, but it's also very long. So, all you do is think, wow, I hate having to right-click to check dialogue. Understandable. Couple of 100 hours into games? Yeah. For a photo ID to prove you are you? That sounds so... What? Why would they need photo ID? As if username and password isn't enough. Like, god dang.
Times change, and so must the Zandalari. Loa watch over you.
That's so weird. I don't know. I don't know.
Maybe on some DC or
okay,
hero.
let's go kill us some blood trolls.
Join Rokon at the northern line. Move out for the future of Zandala. Let us go, champion.
Played 3 and Diablo 2 on your dad's PC. Fair. Oh, the movie. Oh my god. I watched the movie recently, like maybe a week or so. No, 2 weeks? I watched it a few weeks back, or maybe a few days. Honestly, time is not a thing that I register anymore. I liked it. They changed a few things from the lore, because I've read the book it was based on, or based around. It was based after the book. Point is, they changed a few things, but it was still a good movie. You need to verify somehow, and you didn't have photo ID when you made your Blizzard account. That's the thing that confuses me. You didn't have photo ID when you made the Blizzard account. Why do they need it, right? So dumb. Did not at all prepare you for how convoluted WoW lore is? Yes. I have been going on a journey to learn all the World of Warcraft lore. I have a ton of books. I bought a ton of books. I have one of them right here. I'm reading it. It's a huge book, and I'm only a little bit through it, but I want to read the lore. I've done all the expansions except for BFA, so I'm getting the lore that way. I've seen the movie. I'm getting there. You're like 10? Yeah, no, it's so dumb. I don't know why they need it. Wait, you just said honor the Nazmir Flame. Oh, because it's the flame event. It's the Midsummer Flame Festival. Is that what it's called? I can't check because for some reason my freaking calendar is hidden. Yeah, Midsummer Fire Festival. So that's what this is. Well, hello there. Anyway, that's not why we're here. We're here to kill some blood elves. Blood trolls. Not elves. They're not elves. They're trolls. Blood trolls. We're killing some blood trolls.
The battle has begun.
Oh,
Lead us
speaking
to
of.
victory.
I need to get all my mage skills up. So that way, I don't die.
There is much to do.
The trolls are putting up quite the fight. They're raising the very dead to go against us. Raising the dead. We love that.
May your vestments be adorned with the skulls of your enemies.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, it just seems so weird for Blizzard to lock you out of your account because you don't have photo ID. I don't know. It sounds so dumb. I mean, it is dumb, but I don't know. It was okay. I quite enjoyed the movie. Like, yeah, it wasn't like perfect to the lore or anything, but it was still enjoyable. I liked it. Right, that'll do it. You lose the phone with the Blizz Authenticator and you're basically screwed. Which is like the downside to two-factor authentication in a way. If you, like, if you lose your phone or whatever that your authenticator is in, you have your backup codes, but like, honestly, no one ever takes down the backup codes, do they? Like, who actually notes down their backup codes that they're given when you set up two-factor authentication for anything? Raise your hand. Raise your hand, folks. You lost them? Yeah, well, that's the thing too, isn't it? Even if you do have them, you can quite easily lose them, and then you're just screwed. This is Zix! Yeah, that's why I'm calling you out, Zix. I know you don't have them. That's actually a good point. I should save them somewhere other than just my phone's hard drive. My phone, because I have them in my albums on my phone, but of course that doesn't help if I lose my phone. You study WoW lore so you can hear someone mention your favorite characters in passing so you can go, I know those guys. Literally Paraconan for you. You mention Arthas or Kael'thas or like any of her favorite characters and that's it. She's not shutting up for like half an hour. Not a bad thing, like it's a good thing and she's so interested and invested in it. But like that's what it's like. Trying to shove all the characters together way too much, you could barely get to know them as individuals. Yeah, the WoW movie did do a lot of... It focused much more on the events rather than the characters. You do not know the characters. And especially the orcs, when a lot of them look so similar, you can't really get to know them. And that's a very fair criticism. I would have felt that if I hadn't read the book before and if I didn't know who they were, right? Like, I didn't know Medivh. I feel like Medivh is probably the one character you actually get to know, even a little bit in the movie. You still don't get to know too much about him. But I guess the whole point is he is mysterious and you're not meant to know about him, but I don't know. Khadgar I only knew of because of the game, and of course the orcs I knew because I read the books. But everyone else, I can totally see how they just would not have a clue. That they really didn't explain much about them. Can I get around these guys? You've started fixating on Kael'thas, Illidan, and Vashj. Yes, that's very fair. It's like someone was holding you at gunpoint. Well, see, the problem there, emails, is that you thought someone was holding you at gunpoint when it quite clearly wasn't true. So, really, whose fault is it? It's yours. But yeah, I think I only recently got up to Frozen Throne, maybe.
the next assault.
In terms of Warcraft 3. Like, I just finished the Sentinel campaign. If I recall.
To protect those who cannot protect themselves.
Easy.
Oh, it's the A mod. Look at it. Look at that boy. You thought I knew? Zix, were you the one holding emails at gunpoint? Was that you? Zix, do you want to confess something to us? Just wondering. You know, up to you, really. That's what I thought. That's what I thought.
What's the plan? Later.
Okay, let's use a smoke grenade. Also, I totally believe that Zix was holding you at gunpoint. Like, even if I knew you were joking, you're not joking. You did that. And I am not prepared to defend you in court because I'll lose. Stop holding people at gunpoint. Oh, I got that achievement, I guess. Can I?
Whoa! You got their attention now! Big hearted
You think I'm gonna let you die?
Is that
You
Zim?
still owe me?
Huh? Is who Zim?
The rest of these
Who is
fellas
Zim?
All yours.
Invader Zim?
But don't forget, you still be paying me a debt.
Oh, the voice actor?
Send me the
I've never seen Invader Zim. Or any whatever that's from. I've never seen it. That's that like cartoon with like the green polygonal head dude, right? He's an iconic voice. Maybe that's why I didn't recognize it, because I've just never seen it. It is that? Yeah. Never seen it. You felt like they made that one half human, half orc character look a bit too human. Who was that again? The half human, half orc. That was the prisoner girl, right? No. No, it wasn't the prisoner girl. That wouldn't make sense. Wait, how could they even have a half human, half orc character if they just invaded Azeroth? They wouldn't have even had time to make a orc. They wouldn't have even had time to make an orc. You know what I mean. Maybe, do you mean the half Draenei? Were they half Draenei? Fudge, man, I don't know. I mean, there really wasn't time to do that and then have a baby in the very small period of time in which they invaded Azeroth for the first time. But yeah, I don't know. Sarons, hello, wee woo, how are you? Hope you're doing well. I forgot about that because it didn't play immediately. Garona? Yeah, I think she was half orc, half Draenei, rather than human. At least that would make sense in my head. Whether that actually is the case or not, well, beats me. Who knows what WoW law's like? It's a mess sometimes. Yes, hello, how are things? How are you? I finished my internship today. You already know that, but I'm repeating it because I'm happy and excited. It's done. It's done. It's completed. It's over. And that is very nice. Is that going to destroy the barricade? I don't think I placed that right.
Good. The
It
path
did.
is
Haha,
open.
get wrecked,
Now
random
all that
Nazmir warrior.
remains is to clean out the vermin.
Ah, fudge. I shouldn't have spoke. Oh my god, you're still alive? Not anymore. Garona was also just such an interesting character because, like, right from the start, she was like, yeah, I'ma help you humans out. It's like, she really... Why, you know? Very funny name. It's like if someone named you Jonathan biracial. I mean, yeah, basically. Or just like Jonathan half Australian. Like, why, you know? Why? To be fair though, emails, you're looking at it as if the name is, as if orcs speak English. Sorry, common. And as if the last name is common. That last name is probably very orcish and probably has a completely different meaning in orc than it does in English. So I guess it's like someone naming you Jonathan half Australian in a different language in which half Australian isn't part of their language. And it just so happens to mean half Australian. I don't know. You'll and the Allied races go through their story, but Puke Alliance? Sarons, you just want to make a Draenei, don't you? You just want to make a beautiful Draenei that you can
do whatever I must to keep my people
lust over. I'm calling you out. On stream. I'm doing it.
May your vestments be adorned.
The last name is biracial and means biracial. Look, my point is, Zix, the different language of the orc means that probably means something completely different in Orcish. But it's still fudging stupid that it says it's the same thing in English. So, like, who fudging knows, alright? Who knows?
Zandala will endure. Come, we may have an opportunity to end this once and for all.
Well, if we have an opportunity to
I'll be
end
watching
it.
the flank.
I'm going, Rakan! You dumby. Do I just talk with her? Okay, wow, we went so far.
Athena, your threat to my people ends here.
Such a brave little princess. Gonna be fun shutting that royal mouth of yours. Living in comfort and luxury, safe from hunger and death. Your people be soft, princess.
The Zandalari have
Is there anything wrong with having a society that doesn't fear death? That just sounds like a big plus to me. Like, what sort of insult is, haha, you guys don't have to worry about dying? Like, hey, that sounds like a fantastic time. What the hell are you on about, you know?
I will not let that happen. I am the shield of my people.
You is starting to bore me now, princess. I got no time to play games with a spoiled child. The awakening ritual will be completed. Servants, deal with them.
Zandala forever. Thank you, hero. She is far stronger than I thought.
Whoops, cutscene. I knew that was happening, totally.
Time to earn our pay. Fire at will.
What did Will ever do to you, man? I make that joke every time someone says fire at Will. Just, what did Will ever do? Why are you firing at him? Jaina is absolutely my favorite Kiwi. It's not even a competition. Jaina's just straight up my favorite.
We have need of your aid.
Oh shoot, I just activated my freaking... Well, I just activated my 2-minute cooldown. Eudua, Butt, and Zix. Zix.
Speak. Look before. Enough with these
Zix.
sets. On to their leader.
Our forces are keeping the rest of the Blood Trolls at bay, but they cannot hold out forever. We must end this, and soon.
Wait, she has an in-character audiobook up on Audible that implies that Amazon exists in the Warcraft universe? You simp over your own character, you're allowed Look. That's fair enough, but I'm disappointed, and I don't know why I'm disappointed. You do you. That's fudging. If you want to do that, that's like great. 10 out of 10, you know? Fudging... I'm the weird one here. Also...
Times change, and so must it.
I would if I could draw. You don't need to call me out like that just because I can't draw, Zix. Just because I can't draw. Fudging rude. I'll whack you on the head. That's pretty cool emails.
Vengeance for the
That's cool. Do I have greater invisibility on my health bar? I do. I'm calling you out for simping, I'm calling me out for not simping. Yeah, you know, that's fair. That's fair. I really don't. Oh my god. Why is that a 195% upgrade? Because I've currently got a level 23. Yeah, okay. Yep. Yep, that'd do it. I know it must be done.
Let us go, champion.
Okay. Let us go. You're not even gonna join me. You're gonna make me fight. Hey, how you doing?
The end of the Zandalari begins.
Yeah, the end of the Zandalari begins? Crazy, because I don't see me dying anytime soon.
All gonna serve the master.
Oh wow, I can just end her thing early by attacking her? Today I learned.
The end be coming.
Well, she's all the way over there now. If I just like... Oh, I can just cheat. This sure is a desktop RPG? What do you mean?
Be your might.
What do you mean, Zix? Because there's just so much going on? And it can't possibly be on mobile? Is that what you mean? I'm a bit confused.
The shield! It hath begun to fade! You heard the princess? Let her rip!
Also, just a question as well. Who's Invader Zim voice acting? Was it the Goblin patch or was it one some deal? Right, yeah, fair enough. The dwarf. The Goblin. I'm gonna assume you mean the Goblin. There isn't a dwarf here. At least, not that I saw. Yeah, okay, yeah, no, all good, all good. I just got confused. I was like, hold up, wait, there was a dwarf? Did I miss something? You mean the Goblin, right? You're good, Vader. I was just thrown off. Jaina's cool. You wish she looked more Coltiran instead of the Disney princess. I honestly don't know what a Coltiran is meant to look like. You see a bunch of humans around Dalaran, which are obviously the Coltirans, but they all just look human to me. They just look like humans. But you're definitely right. Jaina looks like a fudging Disney princess. Ever since she got the white hair and it all twirly around, she's a Disney fudging princess. Like, that's all I'm saying, you know. And yeah, the stand around and hit skills kind of gameplay is very it's different. Like I've been playing it. I've been dipping back into ESO recently, Elder Scrolls Online, and it's very different to World of Warcraft. You don't just stand there and hit skills. There's a lot of moving. You actually aim and attack with your mouse. It's an MMO, but it's just the way it does combat is different, and it's not. It's like it's a good thing. I like it.
There is much to do.
And it always like throws me off when I jump from one to the other. It's definitely worth looking up. 6. BDO, Black Desert Online. I've had a look into it. It looks very pretty, but money. I say as I pay monthly for World of Warcraft. It's because I'm already paying for this one. I want to pay for another one. But that's cool. Like I do enjoy MMOs more when you actually like have to aim and run around and click and do things rather than just standing still and hitting buttons. You like that it's $1 for the full game? Wait, what? Sorry. Excuse me for a moment, guys, as I alt-tab out of, Excuse me for a moment. Excuse me for a moment as I check out Black Desert Online and see if it's actually $1 for the full game. It says free. Oh, here we go. Buy it. Special promotion. Oh my god. Question, Vader. I'm assuming you know about it. Does it have a monthly subscription cost? Is there a monthly subscription to Black Desert Online? No. Vader, I would like to thank you personally for bringing this to my attention, because after stream, I'm immediately dropping $1 on the game. It's a fudging dollar. What have I got to lose? Literally nothing. Zero, hello, wee wee, how are you? Hope you're doing well. It absolutely is, especially at $1 with no monthly subscription. Like, god dang. Colturian woman like buff and fatter than regular Alliance. Oh no, you're right. I've seen it's part of the Alliance BFA gameplay. You are on Colturus. Yes, yes, I know what you mean. Emails. Yes. Like Minecraft and stuff. So you're jarred. Yeah, no, I get you, Zix. I get you 100%. FPS or turn-based games. Yeah, I get you, Zix. That's very, very valid. Also, welcome back, Serons. We doing some BFA storyline stuff. Also, Vader here, our lovely, amazing new friend viewer Vader, just brought to my attention that Black Desert is currently $1 on Steam sales. It's an MMO with no monthly subscription. The full game is $1 on Steam. I'm fudging checking that out after stream. Just fudging gonna buy that right up. Tell all my friends. It looks so beautiful. It really looks so beautiful. So I'm definitely gonna like give it a go. You get a lot. Yeah, exactly. Which, I mean, that's just a side note. Just side note. But also, yes. So bring that back in. Yeah, Black Desert. So yeah, I definitely do want to give it a go because it does look very pretty. And I feel like at $1, I may as well like ask my friends if they want to hop in, right? Because it's a freaking $1, and my friends probably want to play an MMO that doesn't have a monthly subscription, and that game does not have a monthly subscription, so like that's a plus, right? Fudge. Also, transmogging shoulders separately is a thing now. Excuse me, guys, as I spend some time in the freaking transmog options. Transmogging the shoulders why can I not transmog them separately? There we go. Right. Oh my god, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Let me transmog my shoulders separately. Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, it's beautiful. Silently opening Steam. Oh god. Oh, the question is, how do I want to okay, why are some of these not loading? Whatever, I don't know. How do I want to transmog them? How? Ooh, yes, I like the one, like, really strong and powerful. I'm actually gonna... that one, and then this one here. Yeah, there you... No, that's what I had before. Wait, no, it's not. I don't know. Black Desert Online. It's literally less than $1. It costs less than a small Coke at McDonald's. Yeah. Vader is the real MVP of this stream, honestly. Just casually dropping by like, hey, Black Desert does that too, and it's only $1. And then everyone's like... Would you like to know how much I spent on Genshin to get the new character? If you've spent any more than what you told me yesterday, which was around $30, I'm gonna be disappointed. You just wish it wasn't gender locked? Wait, what do you mean gender locked? Wait, Kiwi, what do you mean gender locked? What's gender locked? Kiwi, wait, what's gender locked? What's gender locked? Kiwi, wait, what's gender locked? Kiwi, wait. Oh, classes? Oh. $30? You spent 95 euros. And this is exactly why this is exactly why gambling laws need to be introduced for video games. So that people like Zero don't spend nearly a fudging 100 euros just for a character that he isn't even guaranteed to get because it's all random. AJ, wanna buy it for me? Fudge it, Sarah. It's fudging $1, why not? As long as we actually play together? Sarah? But if you wanna be gay, you can still be gay. Just a different class. I mean, it's disappointing, but like in the end, I'm not really too bothered by that, Kiwi. Personally. Like, personally, of course. My fails when my PayPal doesn't have enough to buy a small Coke at McDonald's. Oh no! That's a big fudging F. Oh my god, look at me with my separate shoulder transmogs! Need a beefy computer. I have a freaking 3070 with a 9900K, I'm good. My computer, it beef. It's got the real beef. This PC, this monstrous PC that I'm running, it's a literal cow. That's how beefy it is. It is a cow. You could have many dinners with my PC. You did draw something literally yesterday, so you tossed that at the server. Sure thing, Zix. I'll check it out when I'm done. What character are you playing on right now? Oh, okay. How many burgers can my PC serve? I mean, look. The PC, beefy as hell, a literal cow, right? The user, not great. Does not get this bread very often. He's not very good at getting this bread. So 0. My PC can serve 0 burgers. But yes, so this character, this is Lysranda. She's a Nightborn. She has the backstory and everything, but Saron's put me on the spot, so I'm gonna fudging bleh, as I explain. She for those of you who are familiar with the Legion lore, she was within the bubble the whole time, and she was a noble, you know, so really rich noble lady. And when the Legion came, she was basically like, I don't care. I'm just going to keep doing my own business with my magic and stuff. I'm not even going to bother fighting or joining the insurrection. I just want to maintain my noble status. But eventually, she needed that sweet, sweet magic because the shortages of magic, I forgot what it was called, and she was suffering. And then she got saved by the rebels. And then she was like, well, I guess I have to join the rebels now. And then she lost her noble status, and she's really mad about it. So now she's working for the Horde, doing jobs, in the hope that she will get the recognition that she so truly deserves. And she hates that people don't recognize her nobility anymore. So she's very uptight and horrible, and that's my character. You assume I don't just eat the burger patties on their own? Valid, but you asked if my PC can serve burgers. The burger is not just the patty, it is the bun. My PC cannot serve the bun because it has been dealt with a horrible cook. Me. Oh yeah, stuck up and rich. Yeah, exactly. Do people not eat burger patties on their own? I mean, I'm sure they would, but like, the question was about the burger, you know? Cowards won't when they're out of bread buns. Oof, you're not wrong. You eat them with rice emails. Interesting. But yeah, that's my character. She is a stuck-up rich lady who is angry that she has lost her noble status because of the insurrection that has happened in Suramar, and now she's back to nothing, but some random mage who has to help out in the war. So yeah, if you think that's hot, then sure. Would I like to check my Steam inbox? 0! I have money too!
Ezreal be busy. What could he be doing down here?
Oh, literally can't even check my Steam inbox anyway, LMAO. Literally doesn't even let me check it. Literally can't even see the goddamn thing. I'll probably have to refresh it after Steam, but whatever it is, I'm assuming I know what it is, but whatever it is, thank you so much. I appreciate it. You didn't have to. You didn't have to give me whatever mysterious thing that you've given me that can't possibly totally be anything that's worth like $1. Especially considering you just spent 95 freaking euros on a goddamn Genshin Impact character. Said the burger patties with gravy mushrooms and rice and it owns. Your PC is literally powerful. You can't even close the back panel because you're too lazy to cable manage. Yes, that is a mood. I cable manage though because I'm really like picky and organized and pedantic, but God, I did not like it. My dad did most of the work. Your hard drives aren't even mounted emails, oh no. If you want to know how to kill me, hot villains. Gender doesn't matter if they're hot and on the bad side, you're down. Oh, so Zix, Illidan. Literally, the rich are evil, so you're simping over this character? Oof. Eat the rich, but in a different way. Okay. So anyway, guys, take a good look at my character. Take a good look at Lysranda. This is the one that Serons wants to eat. Or at least one of them. Serons likes quite a few of my WoW characters. It's scary how I make WoW characters that appeal to her. I don't know what that says about me or Serons, or both of us, but it can't be good. You heard Hilden's name and start foaming at the mouth like a... Yep. I just know how to freaking... Yep. Anyway. She looks like she'd crush you if you looked at her wrong. Oh no. Oh shoot. Yeah, so this is a dungeon quest that I can't do because, this guy just fudging yeets into it, he doesn't even care! I was gonna say, I can't do this dungeon because freaking BFA questing is no bueno. You like the little headpiece? Oh, you mean like this little thing here? Vader, thank you so much for the follow, I appreciate it. I hope you're enjoying the stream. And if you are, I'm glad you're enjoying. And if you're not, then why did you follow? Why am I like this? But yeah, look at that little thing. I love it.
Hey, what you got, boss?
Nazmi be having problem after problem. Of course it does. Yes, please take me back to Zul'jin. I came flying all the way down here to do a dungeon quest, and now I'm like, fudging yeet, I'm out. I should probably do the dungeon quest though, because once I get to level 50, I can't queue for it. But if I don't, if I do it, like if I queue for it now, I guess what I can fudging queue for dungeon finder, right? Specific dungeons, what is it, the Underrot? Yeah. There we go. I'm queued. And if I don't find anything, then, well, I just cry and it's problem solved, you know? Why am I here? Speak to Bane within Zoldazar? This ain't fudging Zoldazar? Game, why? Where's the Flight Master? Where the fudge is the Flight Master? Where the fudge is the Flight Master? Oh my god, he took me to the Flight Master, I'm dumb. So let's find it. See, okay, so Zix, you're not the first. You're not the first to say that. I got a mute Discord. That's probably been popping off the whole time, and I would like to sincerely apologize. But also not care. So, you're not the first to say that, Zix. When I thought of the nameless Surrender, I also immediately thought of Pokemon. Paraconan immediately thought of Pokemon. And you know what? It works out because the Nightborn are based on the French. At least their names and their culture is very French-like. And of course, Lysandre is from French game of Pokemon. So like it all works out because it's French name and it works. So, you know, whatever. Muddy, hello, wee wee, how are you? Hope you're doing well. Welcome, welcome. You're just searching stuff on how the human digestive system. Turns out a lot of people are curious as to why we can digest grass. It's a good point. I'm not familiar with the answer.
The source of the rot and destroy it. Guard yourselves.
What's wrong with French? Huh? What's wrong with the French? All elves are inherently French. I mean, they're not though, right? Why do I have the skull on my freaking thing? Oh, I still have a freaking tick attacking me. Hold up. Give me a tick. Ha! Anyway. Yeah, my character's a Nightborn, which is an elf. You? Wow, you guys have a problem with elves? Disgraceful. We need to start talking about French wrongs. What do you guys have against the French so much? Cow people? Oh, you play a Tauren. I mean, to be fair, I have I have a character of every race. So like, it's all the same. Well, it's not all the same. It's very much not the same. Elves aren't the issue, the French are. That's a yikes. I don't want to be the racist one here. So, Zix, check yourself. And your privilege. Oh my god, why is this thing still asleep? Oh my god, look at my damage. Also, I didn't realize I got into a dungeon very quickly. You like being able to moo at people? I mean, look, you do you. You do you. It implies that the trolls are also somewhat French since the elves are canonically just trolls without the... I mean, yeah, because elves evolved from trolls, right? But this isn't to say that... Oh, fudge. This isn't to say that all elves are French. It's just the Nightborn in particular are very French. Also, did my team just like decide, like, that's it, they're gonna die? Because that seems like what just happened. Oh, it's because they pulled literally everything under the sun. We love that. Oh, why did it just heal up? What the fudge? Hey, 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 you don't get to attack me. Oh, shoot, I just pulled all the ticks. Yeah, I'm a dummy. I just turned myself invisible. That's not what I intended. I wanted to, haha, encase myself in ice. The last thing you expect is a bipedal cow with heavy armor charging with a battle axe. You're not wrong. It very much is the last thing you expect. Like, you're just right. You're just right, honestly.
Many deals for a friend of the Grummles. Like you. Well, friend of the
Oh, I should
Grummles.
probably actually leave that up for everyone. Whoops. This is the plot of Pathologic. You're not even wrong. When you finish your beginning quests, so there are several options, Vader. The most recent, if you want to level with the most recent content, you'll just, you'll pick up the Battle for Azeroth statement in Orgrimmar, and that essentially takes you to BFA zone, which is all the content I'm doing now with the Blood Trolls and the Zandalari Trolls and all that. And that's exactly where you'll go. But if you want to play through some of the old expansions, like some of the previous content, you can talk to Chromie and put you into Chromie time, and that can send you somewhere else for the older content. For your first playthrough, though, I just recommend that... I'm pretty sure the quests will straight up tell you to go take the Battle for Azeroth mission statement. And I recommend doing that if it's your first playthrough, because the leveling with that is much better, it's very easy, and it's up-to-date content. So definitely do that. Though, if I recall correctly, you should basically be directed there anyway. Legion, you're not biased. Legion is also a very great expansion. Legion is probably my favorite expansion of all. Time for bed because you want to cuddle with your puppy. Sure thing, Zix. Have yourself a great night. Thanks for stopping by. And get yourself some sleep. You play Classic, so this plays differently. Oh yeah, this is so different to Classic. I've played a bit of Classic. Well, TBC more accurately. It's just so different. Yeah, so yeah, when you do Exile's Reach, that's exactly what happens. You're correct, Vader. When you do the Exile's Reach stuff, it directs you to BFA. But when you just do the other stuff, it will take you to the starting zone, which is exactly where you are. You're in the starting zones. Frozen Foam, also big yes. Loved Frozen, no, not Frozen. I was thinking Wrath of the Lich King. Wrath of the Lich King, big yes. Frozen Throne, well, that's not even World of Warcraft, it's Warcraft 3, which is also great, don't get me wrong. But I haven't played that, so I was just dumb and thought you meant something else. You want to play again soon? Yeah. I stopped playing it a few months back, and I recently got into it to do all the expansions, and it's just, I've been having a great time. Yeah, so when you get to level 10, once you're in Orgrimmar, there's a little dwarf looking, or not even a dwarf, a gnome looking character, and her name is Chromie. Essentially, I don't know whether you have to have leveled to level 50 previously at least once to be able to use her, but she lets you go back and level your character using any of the expansions. So you can go back in time to do an old expansion to level up that way. Though again, I'm not sure whether you need to have reached level 50 at some point. You might have had to, in which case then you can't use Chromie. So, but like regardless, like if it's your first time like actually leveling, BFA would probably be the better. Not better in terms of story, but better in terms of it's up to date and it will probably not be as difficult managing gear and all that sort of stuff. And like, moving onwards. I don't know how to explain it. I'm doing a horrible job, as you can tell. You're gonna pay attention to class? Oh my god, Zero, this whole time you've been in class, pay attention in fudging school. That's very valid, Noddy. That's valid, I get that. Although, at the same time, it's a lot easier than a lot of other PC games to play. Fudge. Because you don't have to be constantly moving. You can literally, as Emails has said, or was it Zix? You can sit there and just press a button. You know? You can access Chromie when you get done with the intro questline. I wasn't sure whether you needed to have reached level 50 before or not. That's why I said that. How does PvP work in retail? Right. So, PvP realms don't exist. The way PvP works is you can either request a duel with someone the same way as it does in Classic, or you have to enter War mode, which you can enlist in Orgrimmar or if you're on the Alliance Stormwind. And you have to be in War mode in order to PvP with the other alliance, essentially. So you essentially, when you open up your Dungeons and Raids Finder, your player versus player, there'll be, maybe it's not there. You open up a menu somewhere, forgive me, I can't tell you where it is because I never use War mode. But there's an option to enlist in War mode, and essentially that works the same as a PvP server would in Classic. Where if you find anyone on the other alliance anywhere in the world, you can just PvP out with them out in the open. But there's a lot of ganking and all that sort of stuff as well, because... Not necessarily because, like, people being toxic, but just because, like, you know, alliance are everywhere. So that's how it works. But when you're playing PvP in terms of battlegrounds or arenas, those sorts of things... Yeah, so for the one-sided servers, matchmaking can be a bit long, but also, I'm not entirely sure, but I think there's some sort of... I think it's called... Fudge, what's the name of it? Oh, I can't remember the name of it. Mercenary or something? Where you can sign up to fight on the other side. And that's sort of their method of dealing with the one-sidedness, if you want to do arenas or battlegrounds and that sort of thing. But I couldn't elaborate much more on that because I don't typically do that sort of PvP content. So essentially as a horde, you can, I think, theoretically, you can enlist as an alliance and help out the alliance side with PvP. Yeah, exactly. Which is very, very good. Like, I do like that, and I wish a lot more servers were more 50-50, just simply because... I don't know, simply because it just seems... It feels like it would be better if it was 50. From a player-based standpoint. But again, as I said, I don't do PvP, so it doesn't affect me too much. I mean, the realm I'm playing in now, I'm playing on Bathless. It's basically 90% horde. It's ridiculously horde-oriented. Which is great for me. Not so much for PvP. You just remember doing world PvP? Yeah. So world PvP is essentially the same sort of thing. And if you're very one-sided, then you'll just find the other side less often.
What manner of creature is
But, so like, if you're playing in old areas like the old expansion packs, you probably won't come across too many people. There'll be the occasional one or two. But if you're playing more recent content like Shadowlands or Battle for Azeroth, you'll just constantly, like, they'll all be in the main congregated hub world areas and like all that sort of stuff. Outside of the raid locations, they're very prevalent. You won't play TBC so bad because I've got Illidan and Kael in it. You know exactly what they do. Yeah, that's fair. They really did just straight up like make them the bad guys. Muddy. Wait, what do you mean? Why are you running 60 FPS on an outdated console? Uh-oh. Not me with upheaval. What does this do? Haha, scrub. I timed it perfectly. It's technically outdated. Oh, you mean the PS4, right? I mean, technically you're right. Technically. It's an Xbox One S. Oh, yeah. Why'd I just immediately assume, oh, it's a PlayStation? Hoody hooder. Oh, fudge. That is entirely on me. It's also so weird thinking of like the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One S as being old consoles. Like they are, but it just feels so wrong, you know?
If this spreads to
Yeah,
the surface,
it just
we
feels
will not
wrong.
be able to contain it.
Oh shoot. Hey, who pulled all the freaking mobs? I'm gonna die! Yeah, but here it is, exactly, here it is. Running so well, your eyes hurt. I recently, and I mean like very recently, got 165 hertz monitors. Hertz. Hertz. I got 165 hertz monitors, and it's so weird because I'm so used to 60 hertz. So the fact that all my games can and do run so much faster, it just doesn't feel the same. Like it's not right. Obviously completely different to your circumstances, but you know. Same but different. But it hurts my eyeballs. Did someone pull that faceless corruptor? Yes, they did. Oh, fudge, I'm feared. Stop being scared! A perfect comedy duo, yep. You make the jokes, I provide the sound effects and the horrible sense of humor and the streaming platform for you to make the jokes on. Where's my cut, Muddy? I'm providing the service for everyone to hear your jokes and I'm not getting paid. I kid, of course. Switching from 60 Hz to anything is wild. Yeah, I can't look back now. Like, I have to for some games, because some games aren't good enough for me to play above 60. Whereas before I never used to care whether I could play above 60, because 60 was all I could see. Now I have to go back to 60 sometimes, and I'm like, what the fudge is this? This subpar frame rate? It's just a disgrace, really. You spend a solid minute just moving your mouse. Yeah, I know, even just the mouse movement. It's so different. Like, you'd think, oh, 60 frames is perfect. Who would ever need more than 60 frames? And you're absolutely correct. You don't need more than 60 frames. 60 frames is all that's required for literally anything you want to do. But god dang it, now that I have 165, I'm not going back. I'm not going back. I mean, I would have been happy with 120 or 140, but I found a 160Hz monitor that had like a bunch of other stuff, and it was like cheaper because it was on sale. So I was like, well, I know what I'm spending my money on. It's just, the mouse is so smooth. Oh shoot, please don't die. Hey, I want to stay inside this cleansing light, I think. Maybe? I don't know. You got an old square monitor for 20 bucks? Oh god. Can overclock this 70? How do you overclock a refresh rate? Like, this is just me being completely ignorant and not knowing, but how the fudge do you overclock a refresh rate? Oh my god, no. 60 is impossible. Like, I can understand that if people have been playing console, all they're used to is 60, but I'm sorry. If you're playing 60 frames per if you're playing 30 frames a second, you should not be able to cope, and I do not understand. Just straight up. You make no sense. 23. See, now the problem about 23 that just makes you objectively wrong, I'm sorry, Vader, you're just objectively and scientifically wrong here. Because, literally, science says, in order to perceive smooth movement, the minimum frame rate is 24 frames a second. That's why most movies and theaters are 24 frames a second. So you're just straight up wrong. I'm messing around, of course. Oh shoot. Yeah, an i3 4GB. Oh, jeez. Yeah, I don't know how you managed, honestly. I really don't. God. I don't know if we're gonna be able to do this. Ah, fudge. I was just about to put my time thing down. Gonna walk your dogs, pray they don't escape. Good luck, emails. No, that's fair. That's fair enough. I just don't know how you lived. You know? Most of the best games run at 30. Oh, no, for sure. Like, way back in their time. Or, like, even on the older consoles. Absolutely did. 100%, right? But, just can't. I just can't. That was 4 or 5 years ago. Fair enough, fair enough. I don't trust that we're not gonna pull this. Like, okay, you go on ahead now, jail. Yeah, you can see exactly. But yeah, like, completely understandable, Vader. I just could never. It's just so hard. Oh my god, I'm being attacked by the freaking arms, the tendrils. I'm a dummy. I'm a dummy. Do people not want refreshments? I've got plenty of refreshments. People do not want refreshments. Okay then. Well. Oh, it's because our tank died really early that last fight. That will do it. It happens. It happens. I'm gonna conjure up some more refreshments for everyone, in case they want some delicious, delicious refreshments.
problem with these Horde characters is that they lack sophistication.
Give me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change. Courage to change the things I can.
Okay, here we go. The fighteth beginneth. Oh. I just realized I'm using a lot of my mana and he's not even taking damage yet. Why is he not taking damage yet? Does he just have a huge absorb shield? Okay. Yeah, I'm very much not familiar with this boss.
Contagion detected. Sanitize.
Hey, I could do with some healing.
Contagion detected.
Our healer was dead. So what are we doing wrong?
Cleansing area.
Can only be damaged by killing blood visage. Oh. Right. So that's how you kill them. You don't target this fudger. Ew. No, that makes sense. That makes sense. And then putrid blood, if not dispelled. Right. Dispel the putrid blood. I don't think I have a dispel though. I do. Okay, well at least now I know what I need to do. Not be dumb and look that up earlier. For one. Whoops. Oh, that was too high a drop. Unfortunate. Okay. At least now we can basically just run straight to the boss, which is always nice. That spell is incompatible with your weapon appearance? That's a thing? Serons, yes. Not gonna lie, they do look pretty nice. They look pretty nice. You're eagerly awaiting Blaster. I have no idea what the fudge that is, Smutty. Not gonna lie, I don't have a clue what that is. I'm assuming it's a game. Yeah, my problem was I was actually helping the enemy, like dealing damage to him. Oops. I have played Mass Effect, and I know about the Genophage, but I have no idea what the Blasto 8 thing is. Character creation, oof. It seems nice. People really are attacking the boss. I don't think they realize that the boss doesn't take damage.
Cleansing area. Cleansing area.
But when it gets to 100, then it spawns the infected things which do take damage. That would make sense. We're still trying to pick a class.
Sanitize.
Serons, are we gonna have to? We're gonna have to play it together, aren't we? I mean, we better be.
Cleansing area.
Do I not pay attention to the advertising in Citadels? Honestly, no, I can't say I did. Yes?
Cleansing area.
Fudge, yes, Serons.
Contagion detected. Sanitize.
Oh? Yeah, that'd be it. I have no idea who this this Blasto person is. Oh, we just lost a DPS. Lovely, lovely. Don't come for me next, boy.
Cleansing area.
Sorry, what, Serons?
Purge protocols engaged. Contagion detected. Sanitize.
Yes, finally we did it.
Engaging final safeguard. Destroy virulent source.
This class and the thing is durable.
The
Nice.
Titan bought us time, but Gahun will not stay contained for long.
That's much better, right?
We must
Is that
gather
better?
our
That's probably
forces
better.
and stop the rot at
Yeah,
its
that's good enough.
source.
So small.
I will do whatever I must to keep my people.
I'm gonna have to give it a look after stream. 100%, cause how can you not, right? So anyway, I finished that quest, and I'm happy about it. And you know what sucks? The turn-in point is right there. I have to fly back to turn in the quest, don't I? The shy is so small. Guys, don't make me want to actually look at it now. Don't make me want to look at it now while I'm streaming. Don't do that to me. I have to download the game, and that does downloading games while streaming. That's not very conducive to a good stream environment. A good streamy. Yes. Oh jeez.
The Torrent stand proud. Earth Mother guide us all. We serve
Wait.
as caretakers of this wood.
Hold on. When's the blood gate? Because I want to do these quests in order. I don't want to like end up doing them out of order because I'm fudging weird and I do World of Warcraft quests in order. Don't fudging judge me. So it was Zandalari finale and Nazmir. So the Zandalar finale begins with the Blood Gate. With the Vol'dun storyline. Vol'dun storyline. See, like, I don't know, because like the Zandalar finale happens after the Blood Gate part, right? Okay, so I'll do the Vol'dun storyline first. Why is that so dark? I don't know. Let's just do Vol'dun.
I fight to
Not that it
protect
matters to
those
you
who
guys because
cannot
I'm
protect
literally just doing
themselves.
this as a random stream out of nowhere with no context and correlation. But I'm trying to do things in order so I understand the story without being super freaking messed up and confused about it all. So,
Vengeance for the fallen.
you know,
Lower
Okay.
watch over you.
Jakrazet is being sneaky and doing some sneaky stuff. So we gotta stop Jakrazet from his sneakiness. and do the less sneaky to observe his sneaky. That made no sense to you guys, but it made sense to me in my head. And that's what really counts. Who can use axes? I think they can use axes. No clue.
I have many lucky doos you like.
I do like your lucky doos. You have many lucky doos. I do like. Not cooking. I want inscription, and I can make... Really? I can make nothing? I just have nothing I can... It's fine. I don't have a ton of inscription materials with literally nothing I can use them for. That's okay. I'm not salty about it. Or anything. At all. Oh, I almost landed there. Hello, Enforcer friend.
Do you need protection?
What can you tell me about the
Do
General?
you have a death wish? The General has eyes and ears everywhere.
I have a death wish. What of it, mate? Matey. These characters are judging me for having a death wish. How fudging rude.
Speak your business.
Dark Knight it is, you're simping so hard. Wait, how many characters can you have in Black Desert Online? I'm assuming multiple, right? That means, Serons, we need to have a character to play ourselves, right? And then one to play together. Yeah, multiple? Excellent. You get that, Serons? One for ourselves and one together. Not as many as WoW. WoW has infinite, doesn't it? So, like, that's understandable. You can literally just keep creating characters in WoW.
Why do you ask such questions? Are you trying to get sent to the Suns?
Maybe I am. What of it? Scrub. Got him. This is what happens when I run out of things to say. There's 21 classes. Oh my god. How many characters do you truly care about? One for every class is what I would care about personally. I mean, have you seen how many WoW characters I had? I don't think you were here when I... Hold on. Let me just real quick show you how many WoW classes I have. Witches and wizards are the same thing. Vader, can you confirm? Vader would know. But like, okay. So. 1, 2, 3, 4. You didn't see that one. Let me start again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And that's just on this realm. Can you handle that many good-looking people? I mean, look, I've got 18 of them right here. I'm pretty sure I'm fine. You could be wrong. There probably have some differences. Fair enough, fair enough. It's a lot of sexy characters. Can you handle that many good-looking people? I can handle as many good-looking people as you can throw at me. That sounds really fudging weird, and I take that back. I take that back. I don't feel comfortable with what I've just said.
What do you ask of this? I do not ask questions. I follow orders. It would be wise for you to do the same.
Serons, don't make me want to quit and play it right now. How long will it take to download? Oh, look at that. You've received a gift. Thank you, Zero. Thick thighs! You can get really detailed. Where the fudge is my Steam? Okay, how big of a download is this and how much is it going to kill my stream? 40 gigabytes! Yeah, so, that's not happening tonight, guys. Oh my god. You can get really detailed. You want me to make the most beautiful character. You download it super quick. That I'm not thinking it's gonna be a long download. I'm just concerned that I'm streaming it. It says it needs 40 gigabytes of space. Like, look, if I start downloading it now, you watch as my stream quality will just fudging dip. It will dip. Okay? I'm telling you. It's downloading. The one time my stream doesn't kill itself? What? Well, you know what? I'm downloading it while I'm streaming. We're doing it live, folks. If my stream ever does start to suffer while I'm downloading this, please do tell me. I'll pause the download. That's fine. Download this is a later time. It's Talanji sent me. Yes, she did. The princess needs to know that it is no longer safe to ask such questions openly. Welcome back, emails. What were you up to? Were you downloading Black Desert? Also, question. This may be a really dumb question. I swear the game used to be called Black Desert Online. Is it just Black Desert now? Did they change it to just Black Desert? Or is it like actually a different thing? It's... Okay, it's video. It's just... Okay, so it's just that the actual thing is just called Black Desert on the Steam library then, right? Yeah. Because in the Steam library it just says Black Desert. So, just wanted to make sure. You're walking your evil dogs. Oh, nice. How are the doggos?
Walk with me, but let's try to avoid drawing any attention.
Let's try to avoid drawing attention.
The best 1B city has ever seen. She told me she was close to proving that General...
It doesn't matter. Yeah, no, I just wanted to make sure it wasn't like a different game that I just got.
Whatever she uncovered was enough to earn her a trip to the desert. The dunes are a death sentence.
I'm really digging the separate shoulder transmods. It looks so beautiful.
As you can see, there are still some of us who believe the same.
Like, I'm digging it.
What can I do for you?
We'll not let Rakara and whatever she knows get lost to the sands. Whatever she uncovered, it's important enough to earn her a death sentence. We must head into Vol'dun to find her.
Zandala, we'll ride when you're ready, but let's not waste time. Rakira won't last long in the sands.
Well, time to hop on.
We need to travel to the swamp. As long as we stay in the air and out of sight, we shouldn't
He
have
brought Will a golden retriever boy. He could rip you to shreds if he felt like it, and it shows. Oh, emails. I want to say, like, I feel bad, or I'm sorry you have to deal with that, but that's your dog and your problem. I'm sorry, that was harsh. Oh, anyway. Whoops. Also, yeah, the game is downloading very slowly because I'm streaming. It's currently 2 GB done. It's gonna take its time. It's not a very nice problem to have. Emails, I'm sorry. But you love him though, right? You love him. He's a good boy. All dogs are good boys. Unless they're not, in which case they're good girls. I'm pretty sure dogs don't have gender identity problems, so it's not offensive to dogs to call them boys or girls, right? Right? Do non-binary dogs exist?
See the pass. Fly low and keep an eye out for
Like,
any sign of Rakira.
do they have the capacity to understand gender?
The Serpent Men?
These are the questions I ask myself.
It appears their presence has grown.
So it has. Let's head west and avoid any unnecessary conflict.
They will want some through with them. Oh no! What emails?
We need to speed things up. The king has nosy visitors.
That's so sad.
That could pose a problem.
You do your parts, General, and I will do mine.
I love the Sethrak. I love the Sethrak. Their voice with the slithery sound.
You will die in these
Perfect.
dunes.
Everyone, break ranks. Make your way to
Why
safety.
would you stop
Get as far
moving?
from these snakes as you can.
That's what happens when you stop moving! You dummy! I've played this before and every single time I'm shocked that they stop moving.
We have orders to kill this one.
Do we have orders to kill this one? I can't see it. God dang thing. And also I'm injured. Am I meant to be able to see it? There we go.
Good with that weapon of yours? I'm all out of potions, and there's a whole lot of Sethrak between me and my wagon. Volpera are stronger than we look.
I must be special. Dang right I am. I love the Volpera.
Wings at your back, swords in your hands.
Let's give you
Nice choice.
a staff.
You work with that?
Cause plot reasons, you're right. Every time your dogs do something bad, you pull out a copy of Gender and Sexuality, Critical Theories, and Critical Thinkers First Edition and read it out. Oh, emails, emails, emails. That didn't work. That didn't work, did it? Nope. Hold on. Is it no space? It's been a while since I've used the... There it is. There it is. There it is. I'm the only person you're following that's online right now? Nice. Nice. Would be a shame if I were to go offline. I wouldn't do that. Yet.
My people will be free. I'm ready. Let's hunt some Sethrak.
I'm constantly alt-tabbing the fudging to see how much the download is. It's 4 gigabytes done. I am totally expecting to just fudging swap... Oh, my internet is dying. Nope, we good. It just had a little hiccup. Just a little hiccup. Just a little hiccup. We good. I'm gonna swap midstream to Black Desert, aren't I? If it even downloads in time. If it doesn't download in the next half hour, I'm not gonna. Kira is the leader of my caravan. He's always been far too passive. I warned him we needed to make a preemptive strike against the Sethrak, but he insisted we keep our heads down and continue to quietly do business. Look where that got us. Our caravan was completely unprepared for their attack, and now I'm ready to fight for what sounds not exactly dressed for battle. Help me scavenge the suitable equipment here among our enemies. We'll use our own tools against them. It did a little trolling. I straight up panicked, thinking that was it. That was my internet gone. Out. Bye.
Leave some Sethrak for me.
Is there a... Up the top there, you guys can see on the minimap, Rachel's flute achievement in cave. Right where I'm standing, there is a freaking flute right here. I cannot pick it up. Is this something I need to unlock for the quest first and then come back into? Is it an instance thing? Is it because I'm too early in the storyline that I can't pick up the goddamn flute? What am I doing wrong? I don't know. I could be doing everything wrong. I don't have a clue. But it makes me sad because it means I can't get the thing and I'll probably forget about it and never fudging return. The end.
Look what the Sethrak have done to our home.
Oh no, they've burned your home. That's actually really sad. They're monsters, honestly. Like, if I had snake people come into my city and fudging destroy everything I owned, I too would be very upset.
The Sethrak slaughter and enslave without
Especially
remorse.
because there were snake people in our existence this whole time and I didn't know about them. And then they choose to show up and kill everyone I know and love? In that order? Well, actually, they would have turned up and killed everyone I know and love. And then we became aware of them, so it's the other order? It's still not great. I don't know what I'm rambling about. This is what happens when my mind goes fudging... Sethrak, yeah. A lot of people thought for a time that they were going to be a new allied race. But WoW seems to have not touched the idea or concept of allied races since they were introduced in BFA. Straight up, just haven't. Also, my game is lagging, probably because I am streaming, downloading Black Desert, and playing an MMO at the same time. Which, you know, always great. Great combination. Them and the Naga. Oh my god, the Naga would be such an interesting race because they're enemies of everyone except Illidan, which in itself is an interesting concept because you can play as a demon hunter. So it's like, how does that work, right? It'd be interesting. It would be very interesting. Which means, unfortunately, that Blizzard would never give us the opportunity. Because it'd be too hard to work out. Serons! Well, maybe I can't stream it because it's just not it's not Twitch friendly. If the boobs do the jiggle, it ain't Twitch friendly.
Today is a good day to fight. Every day.
Actually, you know what? That probably means it's more Twitch friendly than anything else. Because then it means, that they won't ban my streams, just like they don't ban people like Amaranth. That's how that works, right? Right? That's how that works. Or they do ban me, but then I come back a few months later. At Twitch. I'm adding you, Twitch. Fudging ban me, I dare you for calling you out. That's censorship. Please don't ban me. I have friends here. I have friends here and nowhere else. Please don't ban me. That is a joke. I'm just memeing. Ya yeet. Ya yote. And your blamskis. That's the combo, the yeet yoke blamskis. You just hit level 10, congrats! You hit the milestone. What is a good warlock spec? So... Affliction is currently, unless it got nerfed recently. I'm not sure anymore because there have been balance changes with the most recent 9.1 patch. But Affliction used to be the most damaging. However, Affliction, you know, I'll just describe what each of them are. Affliction used to be the most damaging. It's mostly based on damage over time effects. So you essentially apply an effect to an enemy, it does damage over time. And Affliction has quite a lot of those. Destruction is about casting fireballs and raining death upon enemies and stuff. It's not entirely... I mean, it's decent. It doesn't do too much damage, but it's a lot of fun when you just want to throw giant chaos bolts at enemies for like 8,000 damage apiece. That's fun. Demonology is about summoning your own little minions, your own little creatures that fight for you. You get your void creatures and your goblins and your imps and all those, and you summon them, not your goblins, but your imps, and they fight for you. I'm pretty sure from memory Demonology used to be the weakest of the specs. But if you don't care about which one's strong, which one isn't, it's really only a difference at high level content. If you're leveling and stuff, you just play with what you enjoy. So just pick whatever sounds cooler for you. And you can swap at any time. You can literally swap your specialization whenever you're not in combat. So you don't need to be in your hometown or in an inn or whatever. You can just swap it on the field. Like right now, I could swap to Frost if I wanted to. Do Demonology? Yeah, try Demonology. And you know what? If you don't like it after a few levels or it's just not vibing with you, you can always just change it up, you know?
My people will
You're never locked in, which is really nice.
make them fear you.
So if Demonology sounds like your thing, be a Demon Lord. You're not a Demon Lord, but be a Demon Lord. Ah, fudge. You over here with your 50-page fanfiction in Ultimate Universe where Vashta and the sect of Naga end up defecting from Azura and joining the Horde? They're gonna theoretically plagiarize all of your fanfiction and make them playable? Wait, is this your fanfiction? Or is this a fanfiction you're reading of someone else's? In this SI will message deleted for spam. Serons! Give her an undercut.
Day to fight. Every day is.
Wait, let's read this. Before we attacked, I had a plan to take the fight to the Sethrak. It was devised with flawless intel. I know, because I gathered it myself. My plan relies on the map, but they have it, so get the map. Cool. Let's get the map. I don't know if there is one with undercut. Rip. I was gonna say make her a soccer mom. But that doesn't really, that's not That doesn't work out that way. Oh shoot, I pulled these guys. If it isn't, it's yours. It isn't 50 pages, but you're writing it. Good job. You do it, emails. You write that 50 pages in, send it to Blizzard and say, this is your property as long as you use it for the sole purpose of making the Naga an official allied race in-game. And then legally, they can't use it for anything else except that. I'm not making a fudging soccer mum, yuck. Also, disclaimer, I'm not a lawyer, that is not legal advice, please do not take it seriously, I'm probably wrong. Oh shoot, I did the wrong whoopsies.
You cannot stop the storm.
The Sethrak have such cool voices.
Volpera are stronger than we look. Winds at your back, swords in your hands. Leave some Sethrak for me.
Hey, look, it's a caravan. How the caravan is still, like, alive here in the middle of freaking snake territory? Fudging beats me.
This is gonna be a wild ride.
It's gonna be a bumpy ride.
Light 'em up.
Prisoner of Azkaban. What? Oh, I already completed the objective. Can I kill these guys too? Oh, it only damages freaking Sethrak. If they can retcon Illidan back to life, they didn't. He didn't die. Illidan never died. Unless he might have in the Frozen Throne. No spoilers. I haven't finished Warcraft 3. No spoilers. Turn Sylvanas into actual god. Sylvanas isn't a god. Sylvanas never has been a god. What? See, no reason why I can't do that to Vash. You have a normal amount of affection. Normal! A normal amount, emails. A very, very healthy amount. No, he didn't die in TBC, I don't think. You defeated him, and then Maiev Shadow Song came in and basically took him away and imprisoned him.
I always find a way. Is this another survivor?
So you didn't actually kill him. Unless that's the retcon that they did. In which case, when Sylvanas is defeated in this raid, and she actually dies, I don't know if that's what happens. No spoilers. I have not been paying attention to the PTR, the test realm, or whatever you call it, because I didn't want to be spoiled. If Sylvanas actually dies in this raid for good, you know next expansion they're going to, like, retcon that and bring her back. You know what's going to happen. Sylvanas is a fudging...
What have you brought?
Girl. Good work, me. No problem, me. Her. I'm taking the stuff, which is unfortunate because I like having my two separate weapons, but it's okay because the stuff is better anyway, I think.
I have many, many wares.
I'm glad you have many, many wares.
Well, friend of the Grummles.
Speak freely.
Hey Steam, how's that download coming? Haha, only 11.5 gig. No, you're not insane. He died in TBC. He gets brought back to life because of twisting nether. Oh, yeah. So emails is a thing. I don't think that's a retcon. I think this is just canon in the first place. Demons cannot die unless they die within the twisting nether, which is where their soul is kept. And I guess, technically speaking, Illidan as a demon hunter has consumed the soul of a demon, as all demon hunters have, and therefore he also can't die unless he's killed in the twisting nether? If that's what you're referring to. If that's what you're referring to, then that makes sense to me. Which then begs the question, that means Archimonde and Kil'jaeden aren't dead, because they weren't killed in the twisting nether. Archimonde and Kil'jaeden aren't dead. Archimonde and Kil'jaeden aren't dead. Archimonde and Kil'jaeden aren't dead. Oh, fudge. Anyway. This guy's almost dead, but he's not dead, so we gotta help him by getting some wasp venom. Also, I fudging love Mira.
I can tell.
Look at her. Look at this cute little fudging fox girl. Strictly like platonic and like normal affection, not freaking weird. Just look. Adorable little creature. I like animals, okay? Let me live. This became more awkward than it really needed to be. Anyway, let's go get liquid for thirst.
Hey, you'll be back, right?
I'll be back.
What did you bring? Take care of yourself.
I'm gonna actually really quickly fly back over to...
Do you have any news?
Nazmir, so I can turn in that quest. Ignore me just talking to the guild. Archmon and kill Jaden on a vacation. Yeah, honestly, like, they got defeated so long ago, and now they're just chilling. They're just like, well, it's a shame we lost our bodies. Guess we'll just chill in the Twisted Nether forever and not do anything. Yeah, so turn in that quest. What's my reputation like? Oh, shoot, I can get a... No, I can't get a thing. Never mind, that's a lie. You think you might have just confused it for retcon since it said retroactively added? Wait, but that's what a retcon is, right? Right? Is that not what a retcon is? But yeah, they didn't necessarily undo something that was canon. They just sort of added in a fact that was like, hey, by the way... I do see what you mean. It's very confusing when they do that, isn't it? Like, fudge off. Don't change lore. What do I want my staff to look like? I want to have a cool looking staff. But I don't want to have something that's like... I want to have something that's fitting for a Nightborn to wield. Like, this stuff here, this is a cool looking staff. This stuff, also cool. It's a bit bulky. What staff is a Nightborn looking staff? You know? I don't know. This? You're a writer with no grasp on language? Now, hang on a second. Hang on a second there, Mouse. Isn't a writer meant to understand the nature of the English language and the interconnectedness of the words that are used within this vast sea of large vocabularies? That's the extent of my skill right there. That's it. That's all I'm capable of. Thank you, everybody. Have a good night. You know, I'm just gonna go for this. It's nice and plain and simple. It's too plain and too simple. Ah! But that's a fudge it, that one. Oh shoot, I didn't mean to fudge. God, fudging, dang it. That one. There. I don't know if this saves the thing. I think it's a bit dodgy. The transmogs are a bit dodgy with the different shoulders. Desperately trying to several.
For the dark spear.
Hey! Oh my god, I'm level 48. I can do Shadowlands content now, but I'm not going to because I want to level 3 BFA.
I await you in Ogrima. Come, before the icy grasp of death claims all of Azeroth.
It's okay, High Lord Darian. The icy grasp of death can't touch you when it's touching me. That sounds really weird. Well, you see, runs away with the cartoon Roadrunner Looney Tunes sound effect playing in the background. That's all I could think of, and I did it really poorly. I need to get back to working on my sound effects, because like I had a whole ton of sound effects, not just this one. But then my program screwed up and I lost them all. So I really need to get them back, but also I can't be stuffed because I don't have enough buttons on my mini keyboard over there. So, and like, when will I ever use the other sound effects? I won't. So I'll just stick to my bad jokes and puns that I make constantly, and you guys all have to suffer with this. Every single time I make one. Every time. And it'll just keep on going. And there's nothing you can do. People hate it, which only makes me love it more. Dolly and Dot are my best friends. I don't know the rest of that freaking tune. I just know that part, and I love it. I love Dolly and Dot. Oh, hey, it's another fire thingy majiggy. Another. Hello!
Have you come to trade?
Honor the Voldoon Flame! Boop, 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 boop. Oh, I have to polymorph into a flower? Boop! Come on, wasps! What? Concept of noise album that's just a bit of sound effects remix in different ways? Oh my god, yes? Actually? But also no. But also yes. And every time I press the button, it's a random one. Emails, I love it. I like it.
One day at a time, friend.
I like it. Why do I have a loose rock? What do I do with these? Do I yeet them? Fudging yeet! Oh, he's not happy. Warlocks get their own mount? They do. Warlocks have their own special mount, which I don't even think I can show you without being a Warlock. It is the... Oh, fudge, what's it called? Oh my god, I can't even remember what it's called. I'm blanking on the freaking mount right now. Oh shoot. They get 2. I think... Yeah, I can't view it because... Yeah. I can't even view it, but like, it's essentially, it's this sort of model. They get 2 of them. Is that why you have a horse mount even though you didn't buy it? Yes. You should have 2. They're both steed somethings? Yeah. Those are both the Warlock specific mounts. Only your Warlock can use them. You used to, in retail, sorry, in Classic and TBC, which, and also old Warcraft, obviously. It used to be that you would have to do class-specific quests to unlock them. But of course, with retail, those quests don't exist anymore, so they just give Warlocks those quests on character creation. You can pay me for the rights to your amazing idea, and every cent you give me will go to the Ad Nargos and Allied Race Foundation. As much as I love that idea, I don't have money for that, so it sucks to be you. Paraconan, hello! Wee wee, how are you? Hope you're doing well. Welcome, welcome. Emails here has a 50-page headcanon in which... explain it again. Explain it again, emails. I can't do it justice. Something, they ditch Azara and join the Horde. But how are things? How are you doing, Paraconan? I was actually going to mention this in the Discord as well later, Paraconan, but now that you're here, I may as well bring it up now. Black Desert Online has no ongoing monthly subscription cost and is currently $1 on the Steam store. I will absolutely be... Well, I already have it. I'm installing it now. If you want to get that and, like, try it out and play it with me at some point, and of course I'll ask the Discord as well, that's a thing, because it's $1. Just so you know. It looks beautiful. What do you mean not in line of sight? You're gonna copy paste? I thought as much. We can play the anime MMO. Yep. You know what? You're not even wrong. You're not even wrong. But yeah, I just thought it's a fudging $1. What do we got to lose? You copied your own name? Oh, because emails from the far past. I see now. I see what you've done. I see what you've done. I can't believe you sent it twice as well, emails. That's the same message twice sent. I'm going to get you for spam. Sarons, can you delete that? I'm kidding, don't do that. Paraconan needs to read it. Because I think we were talking about adding the Sethrak as an allied race and how people thought it was going to be an allied race for a while, and then emails over here was like, but the Naga though! And here we are. Definitely. In the Jinyu, yes, yes, no, that would fit so well. That fits so well, 100% yes. Because they were for were they for a time? You're gonna do it, I know you were, Sarons. You're legally allowed to stay, you're right, you did add that extra part. Who are the Sand Lane again? The Sand Lane, the Sand Lane. I should know who the Sand Lane are. The Furbolg for a lot. And here's Paraconan just going, let's just add 40 different races to the mix. The Furbolg. Honestly, Blizzard should just add all the classes as playable. Just do it, Blizzard. Just do it. What have you got to lose? There were Alliance and Miss Pandaria plus the Water Zone for BFA. The Water Zone? Oh, you mean Nazjatar? The Furbolg in Nazjatar? I guess that shows how little I paid attention back when I first played the game, huh?
The dunes have everything we need.
Oh, the Jinyu. I was so confused for a sec. I was like, what? You did say MOP. I'm a dummy. You very much did say Miss Pandaria. Okay, look, you know what's fudging funny? And by funny, I mean really fudging disappointing. I swear to God, every time Paraconan opens her mouth about World of Warcraft lore, my brain shuts off. Because I have never been stupider. I have never been more dumb with anything in my life than trying to talk to Paraconan about World of Warcraft. My intelligence just plummets. And I don't know why. It's nothing else. It's just Paraconan with World of Warcraft. The Blood Elves after. Oh yes, with Blood Queen Ladithel. With her, the Sand Lane. Yes. Please tell me my IQ went back up. Your Lord Dumpster. They're not unloved. They're very much loved. They're loved and appreciated, but my IQ just... You know? We should let me be undead for every other race. Paraconan and I have the same opinion there. Undead exists for every race, so why not let us play as undead of every race, right? You'd pay Blizzard at least 1 minimum wage's worth of money for Elthias on Forsaken. Yes. Yes. So much yes. Paraconan has a character, I forget her name because my IQ drops. Starting with L? Nope, that's not right. It's an elf. It's a blood elf undead, and Lathiana, a blood elf undead, and the way that we argue that she has normal ears is because the tips keep falling off, and her brother keeps sewing them back on. Her not undead brother, her very much alive brother. Main undead character is literally Sylvanas, noted undead and elf lady. Yeah. Oh my god. It was the other day. I don't remember who I was talking to. But the other day I was talking to someone about Sylvanas being undead and how etc etc. And they were like, she's undead? It was my cousin. One of my cousins, I was talking to them. They know nothing about lore. They play World of Warcraft so much. They're an Alliance main, but they literally skip every single quest explanation. They watch the cutscenes because they're cool, but they skip everything else. They know nothing about the lore. They have no idea what's going on. They do all sorts of mythic raid, legendary raid content. Yeah, literally called Banshee Queen. I don't even think he knows her as the Banshee Queen. Because he doesn't pay attention to lore. He's so out of it with lore, he didn't even know Sylvanas was freaking undead. Didn't have the slightest clue. Didn't know she was Forsaken. Didn't know. Hell, I'd be surprised if he knew that she was an elf. Except for the ears. Knows fudging nothing. You need a level 50 to use Chromie time? Oh, you do? That's a rip, Vader. Well, in that case, then just do the Battle for Azeroth stuff. It's not the best expansion, but, like, it's good. I like it. I enjoy it. It's